Gentlemen, there's something most men over 60 never talk about. Not to their wives, not to their doctors, not even to themselves in the mirror. It starts with little things: an extra bathroom trip in the night, a weaker stream, a feeling of pressure that just won't go away. And soon, it snowballs into restless sleep, drained energy, fading drive, and worst of all, that silent fear that your best years as a man are behind you. But here's the truth no one told you. It isn't just old age. It isn't just normal. And it sure as hell isn't the end of your manhood. The real culprit: a small gland buried deep inside your pelvis, your prostate. When this walnut-sized gland swells, it strangles your flow, disrupts your hormones, and robs you of the very vitality that makes you feel like a man. And yet, here's the twist most men will never discover. Nature has given us powerful allies, simple fruits, not exotic, not expensive, not synthetic pills, but everyday fruits that, when eaten the right way, can calm inflammation, shrink prostate tissue, restore stronger flow, boost testosterone, and bring back the energy and confidence you thought you'd lost for good. Today, I'm going to show you the 5 most powerful prostate-shrinking fruits every man over 60 should know about. One of them, I guarantee, you've eaten dozens of times without realizing the hidden power locked inside. These aren't fads. These aren't internet gimmicks. They're backed by centuries of tradition, modern clinical studies, and real men's lives changed. So if you've been robbed of your peace of mind by bathroom trips, if you've noticed your energy slipping, if intimacy feels like more of a struggle than it used to, then listen closely, because this isn't just about your prostate. It's about your vitality, your manhood, your confidence, and the life you deserve to keep living on your own terms. Let's begin with the first fruit, a tiny tart berry you've probably ignored, but one that can give you back nights of deep sleep and days of steady confidence. Fruit number 1, cranberries, the small berry with big impact. Gentlemen, let me tell you about George. George is 67, a retired high school math teacher who once loved his quiet evenings with his wife. But lately, his nights had turned into a battlefield. He was waking up 5, 6, sometimes even 7 times every night just to drag himself to the bathroom. Every trip was the same: a weak, hesitant stream, that frustrating feeling of not being able to fully empty, and then lying awake afterward, staring at the ceiling, knowing sleep would never come back easily. And the toll didn't stop at night. By day, George felt exhausted, irritable, drained. His confidence was slipping away. He started avoiding road trips, golf games, even intimacy, because the constant urge to pee made him feel trapped inside his own body. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. This is the reality for millions of men over 60. And too many of them think, that's just age, that's just how it goes. But here's what George didn't know, and what most men never discover until it's too late. There's a small, tart berry, something you'll walk past in the grocery store without a second thought, that has the power to calm inflammation, shrink prostate tissue, and give back the kind of peaceful sleep and daily freedom men like George thought they'd lost forever. That berry is the cranberry. The hidden power of cranberries. When most people hear cranberry, they think of urinary tract infections in women. They picture cranberry juice in the fridge around Thanksgiving. But almost nobody knows that cranberries carry bioactive compounds so powerful they can soothe a swollen prostate, protect against infection, and restore healthy flow. The secret lies in a class of antioxidants called proanthocyanidins, PACS for short. These packs act like a shield inside your body. They keep harmful bacteria from sticking to the lining of your urinary tract. They calm the chronic, low-level inflammation that irritates your prostate. And, most importantly, they reduce the swelling that compresses your urethra, the tiny tube responsible for every drop you pass. Imagine your prostate like a walnut squeezing a straw. The more swollen it gets, The harder your bladder has to push, and the weaker the stream becomes. Cranberries relax that grip. They tell your prostate, calm down, stop choking your manhood. And the results? More complete emptying, fewer bathroom trips, a stream you don't have to stand there and pray for. George's transformation. When George finally decided to try cranberries, he didn't expect much. His wife bought him a bottle of unsweetened cranberry juice, not the sugary cocktail, but the real tart stuff. At first, he grimaced at the taste. It wasn't sweet like grape juice. It wasn't smooth like apple. It was sharp, tangy, almost medicinal. But he stuck with it. One small glass in the morning, one at night. Within a few weeks, he noticed something strange. He was waking up only twice a night, then just once. Then, for the first time in nearly 3 years, George slept a full 7 hours without interruption. The next morning, he looked at his wife and said, "I don't feel 67 today, I feel 50 again." Now, was it magic? Number? It was biology. It was the power of nutrients working with his body instead of against it. The science, why cranberries work for men's prostate health. Clinical studies back this up. A 2010 study published in the British Journal of Nutrition followed men with enlarged prostates, BPH. The group that consumed cranberry powder daily for 6 months saw significant improvements in urinary flow, reduced nighttime trips, and better quality of life compared to the placebo group. Another study showed that cranberry polyphenols lower PSA levels. That's the prostate-specific antigen doctors use as a marker for swelling and potential cancer risk. Lower PSA means calmer prostate tissue. Cranberries are also rich in vitamin C, manganese, and fiber, which support hormone balance and protect your body from oxidative stress, one of the hidden drivers of prostate inflammation. In simple terms, cranberries don't just help women, they're one of nature's best allies for men's prostate health. But here's the catch. Not all cranberry products are created equal. That cranberry cocktail at the store, it's basically sugar water with a splash of concentrate. The problem, sugar actually feeds inflammation and can worsen prostate issues. What you want is unsweetened cranberry juice, real, tart, no sugar added, fresh cranberries, great in oatmeal, salads, or blended in smoothies. Checkmark cranberry extract supplements. Standardized for pro-anthocyanidin content. Look for PACS on the label. The goal is to get 500 to 1,500 milligrams of cranberry powder daily, or 1 8-ounce glass of pure juice, or a small handful of fresh berries. More than just the prostate. Here's another reason cranberries are so powerful. They don't just target your prostate. They improve your whole system of manhood. Circulation. Cranberries improve blood vessel flexibility, which supports stronger erections. Energy. By reducing inflammation, your body wastes less energy fighting stress and can fuel your daily vitality. Confidence. When you're not chained to the bathroom, your mental sharpness and self-esteem skyrocket. This is why I call cranberries a double victory fruit. They restore your nights and your days. How to make it work for you. Now you might be asking, all right, Caroline, I get it. But how do I actually make this a habit? Here are 3 easy methods. The morning glass. Start your day with 6 to 8 ounces of pure, unsweetened cranberry juice. Yes, it's tart. Yes, it makes you pucker. But remember, every sip is shrinking your prostate and giving you back your manhood. Berry mix. Add a handful of fresh or dried cranberries, unsweetened, to your oatmeal, yogurt, or salad. This way, you don't even notice you're eating them, but your prostate does. Smart supplementation. If juice and berries aren't your style, look for cranberry capsules, standardized to 36 milligrams, packs per dose. That's the clinically effective level shown in studies. The emotional payoff. Let's be real for a second. It's not just about flow. It's not just about sleep. It's about the ripple effect on your entire life. When you're not waking up 5 times a night, you wake up energized. When you have energy, you laugh more. You enjoy your hobbies. You feel more present with your partner. And when intimacy calls, you're not distracted by pressure or urgency. You can focus fully on her, on connection, on passion, on being the man she fell in love with decades ago. That's what George discovered. It wasn't just his bladder that healed. It was his marriage, his confidence, his spirit. Cranberries, your first step back to freedom. So, gentlemen, don't underestimate the little cranberry. It's not just a garnish for Thanksgiving. It's a warrior for your prostate, a guard for your nights, and a spark for your manhood. Every time you choose a cranberry over another processed snack, you're telling your body, I choose freedom. I choose energy. I choose to feel like a man again. And the best part? This is just the beginning. Cranberries are the first fruit in a lineup of nature's most powerful allies for your prostate. Stay with me, because the next fruit not only calms your prostate, it supercharges your testosterone. And that, gentlemen, is where the fire comes back. Fruit number 2, red grapes. The testosterone-saving secret most men ignore. Gentlemen, let me ask you something personal. When was the last time you woke up with a strong morning erection? The kind that makes you feel powerful, alive, and ready to conquer the day. For too many men over 50, those mornings are a distant memory. Instead, they wake up groggy, stiff in the joints, but not where it counts, dragging themselves out of bed wondering, what happened to me? Where did my edge go? The truth is simple but sobering. Your testosterone is slipping. After the age of 30, a man's testosterone naturally declines by about 1% every year. That may not sound like much, but fast forward 20 years, and you've lost nearly 20 to 30% of your masculine fire. And the result? Low energy. You feel drained even after a full night's sleep. Weaker erections. Not gone, but not rock hard either. Reduced muscle mass. Your arms and chest don't fill your shirts the way they used to. Mood swings. You snap at small things, or worse, you feel numb. Sluggish libido. The desire is there, but the flame is faint. Now you may think the only solution is expensive testosterone replacement therapy. But before you inject a hormone into your body, let me share a secret nature has been holding for centuries. A secret found in a fruit you've eaten dozens of times, but never realized was quietly protecting your manhood. That fruit is the red grape. The hidden molecule in grapes that saves your manhood. The skin of red grapes contains a powerful natural compound called resveratrol. Resveratrol is what gives red grapes and red wine their deep, rich color. But it's not just pigment. It's a testosterone-preserving, circulation-boosting powerhouse that works in 2 crucial ways. It protects your testes from oxidative stress. Think of oxidative stress as rust inside your body. It damages cells, disrupts hormones, and accelerates aging. Resveratrol acts like an internal shield, protecting your Leydig cells, the ones in your testes that produce testosterone. It blocks aromatase, the enzyme that turns testosterone into estrogen. Yes, you heard that right. As you age, more and more of your testosterone gets converted into estrogen. That's why some older men notice weight gain in the belly and even chest area. Resveratrol keeps that conversion in check, helping you hold on to more of the testosterone your body is already making. And that's not all. Resveratrol also improves nitric oxide production. That's the chemical your body uses to relax blood vessels, increase circulation, and send blood exactly where you want it during intimacy. In other words, red grapes hit 2 birds with 1 stone. They support your testosterone, and they supercharge your erections. Tom's story, from exhausted to energized. Let me introduce you to Tom. Tom is 58, a construction manager, built strong in his younger years, but lately frustrated. His energy was gone. His workouts felt flat. And in the bedroom, he couldn't perform the way he used to. He blamed stress at work. He blamed aging. But deep down, he feared the truth. Maybe my manhood is fading for good. One day, his doctor recommended a blood test. His testosterone came back borderline low, not in the crisis zone, but not optimal either. Tom panicked at the mention of hormone therapy. Instead, he did something simple. He added a daily bowl of red grapes with the skin on to his lunch. Within weeks, he noticed something shocking. His morning wood returned. His energy in the gym improved. And his wife noticed he was reaching for her more often. Not just with desire, but with the kind of energy he hadn't shown in years. The blood work 3 months later. His testosterone had climbed by 15%, naturally, without a single injection. The science of red grapes and testosterone. Now, let's back this up with hard science. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that resveratrol supplementation increased testosterone levels and improved sperm quality in men. Another study from Korea showed that men who consumed just 500 milligrams of resveratrol daily experience higher total testosterone and significantly improve circulation. Red grapes also contain quercetin, another antioxidant that reduces inflammation in the prostate and further supports urinary health. And here's a little-known bonus. The seeds of red grapes are loaded with oligomeric proanthocyanidins, OPCs, which are 20 times stronger than vitamin C at protecting your blood vessels. That means better flow, stronger erections, and even protection for your heart. Why most men miss out. Here's the sad truth. Most men eat grapes the wrong way. They grab the green ones because they're sweeter, they peel off the skin, or they eat them occasionally, not consistently. But the real magic, the resveratrol, the OPCs, lives in the dark red or purple skin and the seeds. That's why wine made from red grapes carries some benefits, though too much alcohol will backfire on your testosterone. But if you want the raw power, you need the fruit itself. How to use red grapes for maximum testosterone and performance. Here's how to turn red grapes into your testosterone ally. Eat them with the skin. That's where most of the resveratrol is. Don't peel them, chew them whole. Go for seeded grapes if possible. Yes, seeds can be annoying, but they're packed with OPCs that supercharge circulation. Consistency is king. Aim for at least 1 to 2 cups of red or purple grapes daily. Think of them as your natural testosterone snack. Supplements as backup. If grapes aren't always available, resveratrol supplements, 250 to 500 milligrams daily, can mimic the same benefits. Look for trans resveratrol, the active form your body absorbs best. Beyond testosterone, the extra benefits. Red grapes don't just fire up your manhood, they offer full body protection. Brain health. Resveratrol crosses the blood-brain barrier, improving memory and focus. Heart health. By lowering blood pressure and preventing clots, grapes protect your arteries. Anti-aging. The same antioxidants that preserve testosterone also keep your skin firmer and your energy higher. Think of grapes as nature's way of keeping you not just alive, but vibrant in your 50s, 60s, and beyond. The emotional edge. Now imagine this. You wake up with energy. You look in the mirror and see fuller muscles, brighter eyes. You crawl into bed with your partner, and when she feels the strength and confidence in your touch, she smiles like she did 20 years ago. That's not fantasy. That's what happens when your testosterone isn't slipping away. And something as simple as a bowl of red grapes can be the first domino that sets everything else back in motion. Red grapes, the anti-aging fruit for men. So here's my challenge for you. Tomorrow, buy a bag of red grapes. Keep them in your fridge. Snack on them every single day, not just when you remember, but as a ritual, because every bite is you choosing to fight back against decline. Every bite is you saying, I'm not done. I still have fire. Cranberries gave you your nights back. Red grapes give you your manhood back. And the next fruit, oh gentlemen, the next fruit doesn't just shrink your prostate or boost your testosterone. It fires up your blood flow like rocket fuel. And that's where things get really exciting. Apple. Section 3. Apples, the everyday protector. Gentlemen, let me ask you a question. When was the last time you really thought about the humble apple? It's there at every grocery store. It sits quietly in your fruit bowl. Maybe you pack one in your lunch. Maybe you slice one up for your grandkids. But here's the shocking truth most men don't realize. That ordinary apple may be one of the most powerful tools you have for shrinking your prostate, balancing your hormones, and reclaiming the comfort and energy you thought you'd lost for good. Let me explain. We've all heard the old saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. It sounds too simple, almost like a fairy tale, right? But when you dig into the science, the tradition suddenly makes sense. Apples aren't just snacks, they're medicine in disguise. And when it comes to prostate health, one compound inside the apple stands out above all others: quercetin. Quercetin is a natural flavonoid, a plant nutrient, that works like a firefighter inside your body. Imagine your prostate like a smoldering fire pit. Decades of wear, tear, hormone imbalance, and inflammation pile up like logs. That pressure builds until you feel it in your daily life. Sluggish urinary flow, constant urgency, disrupted sleep, fading drive. What quercetin does is calm the flames. It reduces the swelling that presses on your bladder and makes nights so frustrating. And here's the kicker. Quercetin doesn't just mask symptoms like a pill. It actually works at the root level. It blocks the inflammatory pathways inside your prostate tissue that keep swelling alive. It's like telling those angry cells to finally sit down and relax. Now, let me share a real story from my practice. Mark, age 64, came to me utterly drained. He said, "Caroline, I'm waking up 4, sometimes 5 times a night. My wife's worried, my energy is shot, and I feel like an old man already." We reviewed his routine, and I suggested something that sounded almost too easy. Eat 2 apples a day, 1 in the morning and 1 after dinner. Keep the skin on and stick to organic if possible. 8 weeks later, Mark walked back into my office with a grin I hadn't seen before. "Doc, I'm only getting up once, maybe twice a night. My sleep is deeper, and my afternoons aren't such a drag anymore." He wasn't cured overnight, but the steady improvement restored his confidence. That's the power of consistency. And it's not just my clinic, it's the science too. Clinical studies have linked quercetin to improvements in men with BPH, benign prostatic hyperplasia. Inflammation markers dropped. Symptoms like urgency, weak stream, and incomplete emptying improved. Men reported not just physical relief, but also better quality of life. But apples don't stop at quercetin. They're also packed with antioxidants that shield your prostate from oxidative stress. Think of oxidative stress as rust slowly eating away at your body from the inside out. Over time, that rust weakens tissues, disrupts function, and accelerates aging. Apples are like a protective coating, keeping your prostate stronger for longer. And here's something most men don't realize. The fiber in apples plays a quiet but vital role in hormone balance. Hormones drive prostate health. When estrogen levels creep too high and testosterone dips too low, the prostate reacts by swelling. Fiber helps your body flush out excess hormones, keeping that delicate balance steady. Balanced hormones mean a calmer prostate, steadier energy, and more predictable performance. The benefits ripple outward too. Apples improve heart health by supporting healthy cholesterol and blood flow. And if you've been following me long enough, you know circulation is everything. Stronger blood flow means better prostate support, better bedroom performance, and even sharper brain function. Now, how do you actually use apples in your daily life? Simple. Don't overcomplicate it. 1 to 2 apples a day. That's it. Keep the skin on. That's where the quercetin and antioxidants are most concentrated. Choose red, green, or yellow. Each variety offers a slightly different blend of nutrients. Whenever possible, go organic to avoid pesticides that can disrupt hormone balance. Eat them whole. Slice them into your oatmeal. Blend them into a smoothie, or pair them with a handful of nuts for stable energy. It's not about perfection. It's about consistency. And let me leave you with this. Big changes don't always come from big efforts. Sometimes they come from the simplest shifts. A few bites of fruit each day can set off a chain reaction. Better sleep, fewer bathroom trips, more energy, more confidence. That apple in your hand isn't just a snack. It's a shield, a repair tool, and a reminder that your health can change one small habit at a time. So the next time you see apples in the market, don't overlook them. Pick them up, take them home, and remember, nature hides its most powerful remedies in plain sight. Because, gentlemen, when you nourish your body with what it truly needs, you're not just shrinking your prostate. You're rewriting the story of your health, one bite at a time. Fruit 4. Avocados, the testosterone fruit. Let's talk about a fruit most men don't give a second thought to, yet it may hold the secret to balancing your hormones, shrinking your waistline, and fueling the kind of masculine energy you thought you'd lost forever. Yes, I'm talking about the avocado. Now, most of you probably see avocados as a trendy food. Maybe you've seen them mashed on toast in some cafe or diced in a salad. But I want you to forget the social media hype for a moment. The truth about avocados goes much deeper, because inside this creamy green fruit lies a nutrient profile that speaks directly to a man's biology, especially when it comes to testosterone and prostate health. Here's the first thing you need to know. Testosterone is the foundation of male vitality. It keeps your muscles strong, your belly lean, your mind sharp, and yes, your erections firm. But after 50, testosterone naturally begins to decline. Layer in stress, poor sleep, processed foods, and you've got a recipe for fatigue, belly fat, and a prostate under constant strain. This is where avocados step in. Avocados are rich in healthy monounsaturated fats, the very type of fat your body uses as raw material to produce testosterone. Think of it this way: your hormones are like a house. If testosterone is the structure, then healthy fats are the bricks and mortar. Without them, your body can't build what it needs. By eating avocados regularly, you're literally supplying your body with the construction materials to rebuild testosterone every single day. But that's only the beginning. Avocados also deliver a powerful dose of vitamin E. This antioxidant is a shield against oxidative stress, the same kind of cellular rust we talked about earlier. When oxidative stress builds up, it damages testosterone-producing cells in the testes and raises inflammation in the prostate. Vitamin E helps calm that storm, protecting both your hormone levels and your gland. Here's a clinical insight you probably haven't heard before. Research shows that men with higher vitamin E levels have stronger sperm quality, higher testosterone, and healthier prostates compared to men who are deficient. And one of the richest natural sources, avocado. Now let's go even deeper. Avocados are high in magnesium, zinc, and potassium, 3 minerals with a direct line to male performance. Magnesium boosts testosterone by lowering cortisol, your stress hormone. Zinc is essential for sperm production and prostate function. And potassium helps regulate blood pressure and blood flow, ensuring oxygen-rich blood reaches not just your heart, but also your manhood. When all of these nutrients come together in one fruit, it's almost as if nature designed avocados with men in mind. Let me give you an example from my patient, Raj, age 58. Raj had gained nearly 20 pounds around his midsection. His drive was low, and he felt his confidence slipping in the bedroom. We ran his labs and his testosterone was borderline low. Instead of jumping straight to therapy, I asked him to adjust his diet. 2 avocados a week, worked into salads, omelets, or eaten plain with a squeeze of lemon. Within 3 months, Raj's energy rebounded. He reported better stamina in the gym, a noticeable uptick in his libido, and yes, his wife noticed the difference too. His testosterone levels rose by 18%, not from medication, but from giving his body the fuel it was starving for. Gentlemen, let me be blunt. Most men over 50 are running on empty. They eat processed carbs, industrial oils, and sugary snacks that drag testosterone down and inflame the prostate. Avocados are the opposite. They lift you up, stabilize your hormones, and keep your prostate calm. Here's how to use them. Aim for half an avocado a day or 1 full avocado 3 to 4 times a week. Pair it with protein, eggs, chicken, or fish for a balanced meal. Drizzle olive oil and sea salt for added nutrients. Avoid pairing avocados with processed breads or fried foods that cancel out their benefits. Simple, right? But don't underestimate the power of consistency. With every bite, you're not just eating a fruit, you're fueling masculinity itself. Because here's the truth, men don't lose testosterone overnight. They lose it in small steps, day after day, choice after choice. But the reverse is also true. You can rebuild it with small daily wins. And an avocado on your plate may just be one of the smartest wins you can make. Fruit 5. Cruciferous vegetables, the hormone regulators. Now we move to the green warriors of the vegetable world: broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, and Brussels sprouts. Most men wrinkle their nose at these foods. They push them to the side of the plate or avoid them altogether. But listen carefully. If you care about your prostate, your testosterone, and your freedom as a man, cruciferous vegetables may be non-negotiable. Here's why. Inside cruciferous vegetables lies a compound called indole 3-carbinol, I3C. When your body digests it, it transforms into another compound known as DIM, diindolylmethane. Now, DIM is a game changer. It helps your body metabolize estrogen, the feminizing hormone that naturally rises as men age. Too much estrogen in a man's body spells trouble. Prostate enlargement, belly fat, mood swings, erectile issues, even higher risk of prostate cancer. By eating cruciferous vegetables, you give your body a natural tool to break down estrogen and keep testosterone in the driver's seat. Think about it like this. Hormones are a balancing act. Testosterone is the accelerator. Estrogen is the brake. Without balance, your engine sputters. Cruciferous vegetables help lift your foot off the brake so you can move forward again. And that's not all. These vegetables are rich in sulforaphane, another compound that has been shown in clinical studies to actively target cancer cells, protect DNA, and reduce inflammation in the prostate. Imagine a shield being placed around your gland, deflecting the daily damage of toxins, stress, and age. That's what sulforaphane does, meal after meal. Let me give you a story. David, age 71, had been told by his doctor that his PSA levels were creeping upward. He was scared, but he didn't want to just sit back and wait for things to get worse. I advised him to include at least 1 serving of cruciferous vegetables every day. Broccoli with dinner, cabbage slaw with lunch, cauliflower mash as a substitute for potatoes. 6 months later, his PSA stabilized, his energy improved, his bloating reduced, and he told me he felt sharper mentally. Was it magic? Number. It was biology. His body was finally getting the raw compounds it needed to fight back. Practical tips: steam or lightly sauté broccoli to keep nutrients intact. Try cauliflower rice instead of white rice. Add shredded cabbage to sandwiches or wraps. Rotate your choices. Variety ensures a wider nutrient spread. Gentlemen, here's the bottom line. If you want to protect your prostate and balance your hormones naturally, cruciferous vegetables aren't optional. They are essential. Skip them, and you're skipping one of the most powerful defenses your body has: the power of choice. We've covered apples, avocados, and cruciferous vegetables, three simple, natural, everyday foods that can change the trajectory of your health after 50. But here's what I want you to remember: knowledge without action means nothing. Every bite you take is a vote for health or for decline, a vote for strength or for weakness, a vote for energy or exhaustion. Too many men wait until it's too late. They wait until the sleepless nights, the embarrassing trips to the bathroom, the fading confidence in the bedroom push them into despair. But you don't have to wait. You can act today. Go to your kitchen, put apples in your basket, slice open an avocado, steam a bowl of broccoli. These small, repeatable choices are how you fight back, not with fear, not with frustration, but with consistency and confidence. Because, gentlemen, the truth is this: your body is still listening. Even after 50, even after 60, even after 70. Feed it the right signals, and it will respond. Stronger, sharper, steadier than you imagine. So the next time someone tells you aging is only decline, remember what you learned here. Your prostate health, your testosterone, your masculinity, none of it is gone. It's waiting to be reawakened. And it starts with the foods you choose today. Stay strong, stay consistent, and never forget, your best years don't have to be behind you. They can still be ahead.